Today I will continue the series What If the States Went Independent. So our first thing that will be happening is California is going to get into a civil war. We will see a part of Nevada, the most populated one, breaking off, being this area. So this area broke off and basically claims all of Nevada, and New York will going to go and fight it. In the start they are going to kind of demolish it, but after they nearly completely ended the revolt, which they remain just in one city, everyone around them, when they do accept these guys, will do an agreement that they have to reinvade New York to at least make Nevada independent, if not more stuff. So Oregon started invading Northern California, Idaho started invading Northern Nevada, and Arizona, being very ready for this, was actually able to encircle Los Angeles and San Diego and get them to be alone. After that they are going to crawl up to San Francisco, but they will be stopped, and they will also be stopped outside of the cities. I think it's Los Angeles there, actually, yeah, like that. Okay. At this point the Nevadan government realized, with Las Vegas actually rebelling, because New York and California thought that if they just get the troops to the front lines, they will be fine, but actually no, with most of southern Nevada falling very quickly to the Allies. And after a bit more pushing and even the capture of Los Angeles and San Diego, California is going to surrender. Okay, the peace treaty just got done, and this is a peace treaty. Washington is going to get much of Oregon and Northern California. Idaho will expand a little bit more. Arizona is going to actually capture San Diego, and Nevada will become independent with the autonomous borders that it had, with California left humiliated and barely holding on to a major power. Other events that we will see in this video include Michigan, who is going to try to actually make our first official alliance. So Michigan is going to try to make an alliance with New York, which is going to actually work. And after that, two states felt very threatened by this. These states are going to be Minnesota and Ohio. Illinois decided to remain neutral and trade with both sides, while Florida is going to make the Sun Belt Pact, which is going to include of them and Texas. This is the most influential alliance actually, and we will see another three people joining. Three states joining. These are going to be Louisiana, Kansas, and Kentucky. So I know it's kinda random, but this is the new Sunbelt Alliance, which is in fact the strongest. Then here we are finally going to get what everybody already knew, the West Coast Alliance, which excludes California, who is going to be left alone. Also we will see this thing, which I don't remember what exactly I named it, being kind of divided into autonomous regions. So from one state, from one country, is going to become one region. So we say this is Utah, and then we have Kansas and Wyoming, I think. No, we have Colorado and Wyoming. So yeah, this is the new state. It has autonomous areas, 3, and it doesn't really have a capital. I guess wherever the capital will be, it's going to have a a small territory to itself. But yeah, what else? I think this is everything. Alright, next event. Texas is going to go after Oklahoma. But Oklahoma, fearing that the Sunbelt might attack them, had in fact joined the blue states. But Texas had learned that they actually joined the purple, so they sent an order to Kentucky to please start invading. So they made a small offensive, which Ohio opened their pact, and Michigan and New York realize that they have a very good diplomatic situation. So what they did is that they guarantee neutrality if Michigan can get up the app, and New York can get some of the coast, which the purple team did agree to. So Michigan is going to be able to hold on Kentucky, while the rest of the Sunbelt is probably going to fight in here. Texan and Kansas troops are going to quickly flood into Oklahoma, capturing any valuable areas in the territory, and after that they will realize they can have another threat, which is California, who's going to join them very quickly. And not just join them, but be a very, very, very useful ally, with them starting an invasion into their former lands, but not being able to touch San Diego. But they did start offensive everywhere. Then this state wanted also to join the war, but the problem was Utah wanted to join the gray-blue team, Wyoming wanted to join the purple, and Colorado wanted to join the Sunbelt. So what we are going to have is basically these three states just parting ways, I guess, and joining also different sides. So now they are at war with each other, with most of the population residing in Colorado. So the Sunbelt gained most out of this. Alright, let's see how this war is going to progress. Colorado will realize quickly that his two former friends are no longer strong, so they will quickly invade, capture Salt City, and go north and just capture Wyoming land, because Wyoming doesn't have major cities. In Kentucky, we will actually see the Sunbelt being completely pushed out, and even Ohio entering northern Kentucky. Then the purple team will recruit another member. That's going to be Carolina. Carolina will quickly go down and capture as much land as they can, including Jacksonville, and nearly splitting the peninsula of Florida from the rest, with even a Mississippian revolt occurring, which does have some Alabamans in it. But quickly Texas realizes what's about to happen, and not just. And by the way, Texas is very strong right now, in a very good position, so they get some of their military to crush this revolt. The problem is the revolt is going to be able to reach the Mississippi and make some very defensible stands only in the west, so they will be sure they will not be attacked by that side. And after they will meet up with Carolina, they will be able to completely capture the northern area together with most of the rest, while Carolina continue pushing down, now with even Alabama and rebel, Mississippian rebels helping them. And they nearly wiped out Florida before Florida put in, I don't remember the name, the thing that you have to go to war whatever you are doing, we do not care. Kentucky also has fallen, and now the purple team seems like the most powerful one, but Texas realized that except that they cannot make an offensive without losing a lot of material, that's true for the other team too. So what they should do is focusing on ending the other front. So the plan is for California to unite with the rest, and in this point California has been very capable because a very nationalistic regime has taken over, so they will be able to capture Las Vegas and even push through the whole state and enter here and even actually unite. So they did achieve their goal, and now Arizona and Idaho and Washington are alone, and they are trying to take that to their advantage, but it's very hard because the lands that connects them and disconnects the other team are not easy to control, so they don't control them 100%. But Texas does in fact make its front wider, and that starts to make an attack on Phoenix, while California too pushes into main Arizona. All of Nevada at this point has been lost, and Idaho is retreating into their territory, thinking that California will not be able to go that much north, which was kind of true. Then, after they realized that Wyoming doesn't really help them if they invade them, they just went like to Colorado and signed peace treaty, and they were given the lands that they had before they succeed. So they actually exited with a bunch of land, and barely did not get screwed over, so yeah. While Idaho is getting screwed over, by the way, just now that we talk about Idaho. So yeah, Idaho is kinda gets screwed up, and Washington kind of the same. Arizona in this point has completely collapsed because they couldn't take advantage how they are doing of protecting themselves by the cold, because the equipment of the Sunbelt is not for these conditions. So Arizona is going to completely fall, and Idaho and Washington are going to be pushed very north at this point in their northern areas. Most didn't even consider Idaho a major player anymore, even if they had relocated their capital up their northernmost point, with Washington still existing. But at this point, Texas thought that ended, so they ordered Louisiana to send all of their forces to attack the rebellion. This happened, but didn't go well. So yeah, the rebels were able to push back. Florida is in a very interesting state, by the way. Technically, it's completely captured in this point, but in main Florida, Floridian nationalists have risen up and captured major areas. But this is not the government, just Floridians or something, I don't know. But they do occupy a lot of the Purple Team's army. At this point, the Red Team realizes that if they attack now, they can't even get more, and so they ask for more land. as a concession, which the purple team will actually agree. Michigan will get Wisconsin and a bit of Ohio, and New York all of the coast and a little bit into Ohio. So at this point, Texas realized they cannot actually invade. So they wait until the agreement is happened, and then they signed a peace treaty with everybody. So let's see a world after World War II, I think. Yeah. Okay, and this is the peace treaty. So we see California has annexed a lot of land. These to have been reduced to a small fraction of what they once were. Texas has not grown a lot, but they have get a lot of concessions. Louisiana grew a bit. Florida has been reduced. These two became independent. These lands went to Michigan and New York. By the way, Michigan now owns Wisconsin again. And yeah, I think these are all the peace changes. So yeah, and also for the final thing in the video, we will see, because basically Carolina's purpose was to not let Florida to become too powerful. Thinking that they have done it, they decided to split again to north and south. The north being a little bit more weak than the south. So this was the video. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like, and bye.